Thanks for watching MMA Odds Breaker. I'm Frank Trigg. That is OSP sitting in Boston. Of course, all you ladies at home can imagine he's sitting there naked, getting ready to make weight. But the reality of it is that fight week is kind of a hectic little game, especially in Boston. Isn't there a ton of extra media you have to do besides us? But
Uh,
also an extra lot of things you got to do just to get ready for the fight.
yeah, typically when you come in, you do a lot of paperwork. Media, the media aspect of it, just a couple of interviewing here and there. But my day really don't get started until tomorrow. Today I'm kind of can coast kind of today, but tomorrow starts the busy day.
Now, why tomorrow? Is it just because it's time to start cutting weight and time to get focused on the fight, or is it because they have a lot of extra stuff you have to do?
Just a lot of other stuff you got to do and stuff. I'm pretty much focused on the fight. My weight is doing really good right now, so I'm not worried about it.
What is your weight like?
Right now,
Yeah.
just about 217, which is nothing.
Yeah, 10 over. That's easy. I mean, was it 10, 11 over? That's simple for a guy your size. When a guy's 125 pounds and he's 10 over, it's a lot different. You know.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder for smaller guys, but like even right now, probably Friday morning, I'll wake up and I'll be like 5 pounds out, which is nothing.
Is there a particular kind of diet that you have when you're on the road, especially when you're at the hotel because it's so much tougher to eat and eat right? Like, do you have a certain way that you have to eat when you're gone?
Just right now, I mean, the week of the fight, you basically you don't want to cut out all your carbs and stuff because that's basically um, that week is basically your like getting better week and stuff. So just cut off the carbs. Right now, my coach kind of got me on that the week of the fight Dolce diet, which has been helping out because I mean I got energy, but at the same time I'm actually every morning I've been waking up like losing 2 or 3 pounds.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Go ahead and break down Cody Donovan for us. He's your opponent coming up this Saturday night. But break him down for us. What do you see him as a fighter?
Where
How do you see him? Like, what's he gonna? What do you think he's gonna bring to the table when you fight him?
definitely fast paced, never give up. I mean, you can throw the kitchen sink at this guy, and he's gonna pop right back up and come right back at you. Stand up is very solid. Stand up. Ground game is definitely very active. I know he's a black belt. He got a BJJ black belt. So his guard. Every time I see him on the spec, he's very active, and those are the type of guys that you got to worry about because with them being active like that, it's just gonna bring more trouble. It's just one of them things where I like to grind and pound, but a lot of times when you're active like that, instead of going for offense, you're playing more defense and stuff. So he's definitely a gamer. Come from a solid training camp. He's over there at the Gross training facility out in Denver, Colorado, and I actually worked with those guys up before, and they do pretty much everything right over there.
Have you worked out with Cody before?
Um, I've trained with him around, but I haven't worked with him specifically. I think at that time he was injured at that time, but I have met him before.
Is there? Do you get along with him? Is it going to be tough to fight? Because right now there seems to be a lot of guys that are fighting each other on this card that know each other. Not just hey I know OSP because I've talked to him before, but like you've hung out, you've gone to dinner before, you've had drinks together, you've gone done whatever, and then all of a sudden you have to fight each other. So some of these guys are having a hard time getting ready for that. Are you in that same kind of situation?
Not necessarily. I just kind of put in a situation in this line of work is going to happen. I mean, you'll fight your friends. You'll end up making good friends. You'll fight your friends. We'll fight each other, and hopefully after that I can meet you out in the bar and get you a drink. I mean, you do it. The same thing happens as kids in the back when you get in a fight with your best friends and stuff. Later on that day, y'all back to being friends. Y'all hated each other for a quick second, but y'all back to being friends.
Well, that's pretty much the best way I've heard it said. I'm trying to find a way to explain why, from a wrestling standpoint, we compete our best friends all the time. Guys that we train with, eat with, live with, and then all of a sudden we're in the finals of a tournament together, and that's just kind of how it works. In MMA, though, it's a big. There's two sides of the fence. Never fight anybody you like or know, or fight everybody. There's no like middle ground to it. But that was the best explanation. When we were kids, we used to do it all the time, and once it's over, we start playing jacks and Legos again. Like, who cares?
Yeah, you pretty much forget you're like, why did we fight? Or you just can make even if you see each other that same night at a bar, like you didn't have to hit me that hard in the second round, and just kind of making a joke about it because you can do that.
Yeah. Now, especially now as adults, and there's money on the line, and there's title implications. You were on an 8-fight win streak, took a loss, and now you're on a 2-fight win streak. You would have been on an 11-fight win streak if you won that one decision, and it's that wins or losses can make the big difference of being all of a sudden I'm a title contender, I'm in the title hunt, or I'm just another guy fighting around. And it's so like even to your best friend, getting a loss to them could set you back, not just financially that night, but financially for a long time, for several years, because you're trying to get yourself back up to the game again. That's a really good attitude, OSP. Like, I gotta be honest with you. That's like I said, it's the best way I've heard it explained, just like we were when we were kids. With that being said, how do you think this fight finishes? Do you think it's going to be a decision? Do you think it's going to be action-packed because both of you guys are going to bring it, so it's not going to be boring. But is it going to be over early, or is it going to go all the way to the end?
Man, to be honest, it's just one of them things where I like finishing fights early. And, I mean, for this card, you got a lot of potential making big money just because of the bonuses and stuff. So, hopefully, to me, I want the fight to be over early. But if it ends up being all 3 rounds, I want a bonus too. It's gonna be a good fight if it goes all 3 rounds, because I know Cody's a gamer and I'm definitely a gamer and stuff. So either way, it's kind of a toss up. Me personally, I want the knockout. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just like you go in there, things can happen. Next thing you know, I'm going all 3 rounds. So whether it goes all 3 rounds, at the end of the night, as long as I get my hand raised, I give the fans what they want, I'm content with that.
All right, OSP, thanks for taking some time with us here on MMA Oddsbreaker. I know it's tough fight week, so I really do appreciate you coming on. It's been we had a tough time getting our schedules together and getting things worked out. And if you take a couple minutes on a Wednesday during fight week is huge, so I really appreciate it. Just want to let you know that. And good luck this weekend. I'm actually excited to see this fight. I love watching you fight since back in your early days. You've always been a gamer, and you always grow each fight. I just want to see what's new in the book for when you start the fight this weekend.
I appreciate it, Frank.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, you too.